I really appreciate you joining me, and these are some updates coming from around the UK. The first one is an update to a story that we covered several weeks ago. It was about a large seizure of cocaine that was found, £39 million worth, 350 kilos of cocaine was found in the hull of a boat, and the two men on board tried to escape. One of them was a British man known as Knowles, and his accomplice was from the Netherlands. And video footage that has just been released by the National Crime Agency shows the moment that he tries to evade the police in a rigid-hulled inflatable boat, and they were travelling on the East Benacre Broads in Suffolk. The two men were on board as border force cutters tried to intercept, and initially they failed to stop, and this was on the 24th of June 2024. Knowles' accomplice jumped from the vessel and swam towards the beach, and Knowles restarted the engine and attempted to flee. Following a short pursuit, the boat was grounded on the beach, and the police intercepted and arrested Knowles. He then jumped overboard in a bid to escape, and police from Norfolk and Suffolk pursued his accomplice after he fled from the beach. They arrested him a day later in Norfolk. The boat was towed into harbour in Lowestoft, and this was searched by the NCA. They found a haul of drugs estimated to be worth nearly £40 million underneath a tarpaulin. Investigators believe that Knowles travelled towards French waters to pick up the drugs from a larger ship before he brought them back to the UK. Both men were interviewed and gave no comment, and were subsequently charged with importing a controlled drug. They pled guilty at Ipswich Crown Court on the 20th of August, and the NCA branch commander Lydia Bloomfield said Knowles and his accomplice knew what they were trying to do and import large amounts of drugs when they were intercepted by border force. Both of them were working for a wider organised crime group, and they would definitely feel the effects of this seizure. She also went on to thank Border Force and the Maritime Security Centre partners. A very significant amount of drugs were taken off the streets and also out of the water. So it's not every day we actually get to see the chases that take part and the behind the scenes as such of these sorts of cases, which I think is really interesting, because it also goes to show how these are just normal people in some senses, people that you would walk past on the street and might not assume that they were capable of importing multi-million pounds worth of drugs.
You've been warned several times! Stop the RHIB, please, for safety! Do you understand? Right, get on. Right, you and I get on. No, we'll have to wait. One in the water, go off the clock! Watch it! Stand down, you've been warned.
The UK's National Crime Agency has warned travellers arriving into the UK from Thailand, Canada and the United States that they face jail sentences if they attempt to bring cannabis into the country. There has been a massive increase in arrests and seizures in the past year. 378 people so far this year have been arrested in connection with the investigations into cannabis smuggling by air passengers. An estimated 15 tonnes of cannabis was detected and seized at UK airports in the same period, already around 3 times more than the whole of 2023, when approximately 5 tonnes of cannabis were seized and 136 people were arrested. The 2024 total is a staggering increase of 2 tonnes from 2022 of cannabis that has been seized. More than half of those arrested in 2023 had flown in from US airports, 24 from Thailand and 24 from Canada. Around half of them arrested this year related to cannabis originating from Thailand, while 75 arrests related to cannabis originating from Canada and 47 to cannabis from the United States. People travelling with the drugs as couriers reported being told by their recruiters that they were only risking a fine if they were caught. However, the maximum sentence in the UK is up to 14 years. This year, 196 people have already been convicted and handed sentences of 188 years in total. Passengers were often found to be carrying 15 to 40 kilos of cannabis inside their luggage, and in one case, a 51-year-old man called Fernando Fuster was caught at Manchester Airport with 158 kilos of the drug after arriving from Los Angeles. On the 9th of August, 11 British passengers were arrested at Birmingham Airport with a total of 510 kilos of cannabis found inside 28 suitcases. All the passengers had arrived from Thailand and they had come through the Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. They were bailed pending further investigation, and all of these cases were believed to be linked. So I really appreciate you joining me for these updates. There's plenty more news on the Telegram page. And don't forget to follow online as well at Scarcity Studios. I'll be back again shortly with some more. Peace.